Hi everyone, it's Big Scribe here. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys some tips on how to improve your reading a little bit. A lot of times I get the excuse, well, I have no time for reading. I'm always busy, I'm always doing something. There's always ways to improve your reading speed and to find more effective timing and scheduling to be able to get your reading done. Reading is important, and if you don't read, you're not improving your brain at all. It's how we exercise our imagination, and it's how we learn to think outside of the box. Reading is such a vital part of life, and the reason most people don't do it is because they've not been educated on how to improve their reading. One of the first things I can tell you about improving your reading is it's always easy to find a place to read. Don't be afraid to take a book with you to the bathroom. I mean, heck, we spend a lot of time there, let's face it. So it's always a good idea to take a book with you and just read while you're on the toilet. I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit that I do it. I get a lot of my reading done that way. But it's a great place to do it. You can also take a book with you in the car, and when you're sitting in long drive-throughs, you can sit there and read. Or when you're at the bank waiting in line, you can stand there and read. I mean, there's always places that you can find time to read. When you're just waiting somewhere, pull out a book, educate yourself, go on an adventure. Personally, I think it's a great idea. Always make time to read sometime during the day. One of the things that I enjoy doing the most is after I wake up and I get my breakfast and I've used the bathroom, taken my shower, I like to sit down and relax and read because it's a great way to start the day and get my brain moving and to get it ready for the day, and it's my thoughts all organized and just wakes me up and invigorates me for the day. So I think you should try it out. Another tip that I have is there's actually a chapter in the Bible that improves your reading speed. I have used this with several of the teenagers that I've worked with in the past, and it's not only helped with their reading speed, but it's helped with their math comprehension as well. It's Psalm 119, the entire chapter. It's the biggest chapter in the Bible. The trick is you read it once in the morning and once at night for 30 days, I would say, should do it. And you will see that after 30 days, the speed with which you read it improves, and the way you comprehend the words comes to you quicker. Personally, I prefer using King James Version because it's harder to understand, and that's a good thing when you're trying to improve your reading speed. So I would honestly suggest that you give it a shot. Um, my computer's doing all kinds of weird stuff, but anyway. But yeah, always find time to read, guys. And yes, this is what I'm reading currently. I'm gonna be doing a review on it when I'm finished with it. I'm like 60 pages in, and I love it already. And Amanda, Gabriel, if y'all are watching this at all, I just want to tell y'all my dog is actually named after Dr. John Watson. Little Watson, he's under my computer table actually. But he's named after John Watson because I'm a huge Sherlock fan, and it's pretty exciting to read a paranormal Sherlock story. But every time I'm reading out loud, he looks up and wonders why I'm talking to him. But anyway, always find time to read sometime during your day. And if you're a parent, educate your children on how to improve their reading speed. It's vitally important to brain development to sit down and read a book. I started reading when I was 4 years old, and my mom always told us read before you go play a video game or before you do other things. I mean, you're going to sit there and melt your brain watching TV, you should be sitting there reading. And personally, I prefer in the future to teach my children to pick up a book instead of turning on television or pulling up an app now, I guess is the way they would do it. But teach your children to sit down at least once a day and just do a little bit of reading. Even if it's just a chapter at a time. That's all you gotta do. Just a chapter at a time and read. I mean, personally, if I'm reading a good book, I find it hard to put one down. So, like this one is difficult to put down. I meant to read 10 pages last night and ended up reading like 2 chapters. So I ended up reading a good bit. But that's all you gotta do to be able to improve your reading speed is just read a little bit at a time. And the more you read, the better, the easier it's gonna get, and the better you're gonna comprehend things. The faster you'll be able to get reading done. If you just make excuses and don't read, then you're never gonna get it done. And you're never gonna enjoy the books that you could be enjoying. Because it's not that hard to read 60 pages in no time at all. I mean, I literally started this book 2 days ago, and the only reason I haven't read more is because I have school along with this, so I have to balance my regular reading in between school reading, because history class is a lot of reading. You think this is bad? Try reading 200 pages a night. Anyway, it's an exaggeration, but you get the point. But it's not hard at all to find time for reading. So please give it a shot. Try Psalm 119. That's one of the most effective ways to improve reading speed. And take a book with you everywhere you go, because there's always a chance to do some reading while you're waiting somewhere. Doctor's office, standing in line for something, waiting in line at the car. Don't necessarily do it at a stoplight, because that might irritate people a little bit. But always find time to do some reading. Even if it's just right before bed, reading a chapter right before bed. Because it's important to not only help your brain process things more as you go about your day, but if you're younger, even up to age like 25, I think your brain is still developing. It helps with your brain development. Read constantly. Find a way to find time to read. I mean, I can't even begin to stress the importance of books. This is going to help you so much in life. So please find a way to find time to read a book. Thank you, and God bless.